So what happens when the most California guy you have ever seen sits down with Patrick Bet-David?
Thank you to the United States, thank you to the state of California for giving me medical insurance to get blood work, for giving me food stamps so I can have food.
This is a guy who's applied to 400 jobs, hasn't gotten a single call back.
He is the most California man in the world.
What happens when PBD offers him a job?
I've applied to, I don't know how many hundreds of jobs. I can show you the receipts. I can show you the email confirmation.
And he claims that the only job he's been able to find is being a substitute teacher.
Right now, substitute teaching, tutoring, trying to help in that way is making it so that I'm able to scratch by.
Substitute teaching and tutoring? You are tutoring?
You have to be comfortable with this.
All the time.
You are with 13-year-olds all the time?
Because of my job, because I'm a substitute teacher and a tutor.
Being in a classroom with the future of our country should not be the bottom of the barrel. It's like the last resort.
But without the supplemental income and the help from the society of people who make more money, I'm going to not have enough food.
What happens when Patrick Bet-David offers him a job?
I am trying my best to use my values with the freedom that we have
So if
here.
I gave you a job, you would work 40 hours a week?
If the job is in alignment with something that's noble and good, I think I could.
See, there's the problem. You can look at any job out there and find some potential downside.
He once sued a kombucha company for not being spiritually effervescent enough.
I do have some options, but they seem to be somewhat destructive and exploitative of me, of my peers. So I'm trying to
I think you're too
discriminate.
selective for jobs right now. You don't have the ability to be selective at this stage.
Well, but the thing is, I do, because I'm instilled with a freedom that is maybe God universe given.
He doesn't believe in time, only vibes.
He claims that even the job he does have is somewhat destructive and exploitative.
So do you work in a high school?
Did I work at a high school?
Do you have experience like me, someone who's essentially on those front lines? I don't have to play along with some corrupt game. So I gave up
I think California is perfect for someone like you.
Well, thankfully, California agrees.
It's going to be very difficult to find anything that you can do in exchange for money that you can't find something exploitative about that. This is the Marxist argument of exploitation.
Because you're saying we have all these options, but whenever I tour the globe, I see franchises that have monopolized pretty much everywhere.
Sure.
So when you talk about options, it's really, there's these select few people who have this infrastructure that's really benefiting them more than others.
He lives in a $5,000 a month micro loft and still complains about the gentrification.
And without some sort of conscious, spiritual, moral awakening, what can we do except for beg and appeal and amass?
Well, no, you can't be too selective. At the beginning, when I worked at Haagen-Dazs, I couldn't be too selective for a job.
I can't whenever I can.
It's a choice.
Stay chill, my friends.
So then the next guy sits down. He's very similar. This is the guy who claims he hasn't gotten a call back in 400 applications.
I have put in 477 applications over the last 2.5 years. Not even gotten a call back once.
Why do you think?
You tell me. You're a job creator.
But I don't know your resume. You know your life better than I do. Why do you think you have not gotten a call back on 477?
So I have this new sponsor that I'm genuinely really excited about, Bearskin Tactical. Smart people are locking in their winter gear right now while it's on sale. Bearskin is running a 60% off deal right now, but only if you get your hoodie early, which is the hoodie I'm wearing right now. This hoodie is built like a tank. 340 GSM micro fleece, 10 pockets with a clean, rugged fit that looks awesome. It zips right into the heavy storm rain jacket to become 100% waterproof when you need it. So when it turns cold, wet, and windy, you're not scrambling last minute. You'll get free US shipping, fast delivery, and you've locked in your winter gear already. It's a win-win. Do yourself a favor, text the word Warren to 36912 to lock in your 60% off. Again, text Warren to 36912. You'll get a link sent straight to your phone so you can check it out later if you're busy right now. Don't wait till you're freezing to realize your hoodie sucks. Get a Bearskin now while it's 60% off. Text Warren to 36912. Look, if you've applied to 400 jobs and you can't get them to call you back at all, you're doing something wrong.
Because I do not have a degree, because I could not afford one.
Okay.
I live in an area where the physical job market is very limiting.
Where do you live?
I live in rural Texas.
Okay.
So in that, like in the town that I grew up in, for instance, there are 8 jobs.
Find that hard to believe. And if that's true, there are only 8 potential jobs in that town. You should look at a different place to live.
Are you open to leaving the city you're in?
I've already left it.
So what city?
I've left multiple cities.
So if somebody else gave you a job in a different place, you'd be
100%.
willing to move there?
100%.
Okay. On your resume,
It says that.
What do you have on your resume? Skill set. What do you offer?
Transportation expertise, logistics expertise.
You consider yourself a hard worker.
I mean, I feel like
You said
80 hours a week.
That's a
something like
hard
that.
worker.
So Patrick Bet-David offers him the opportunity to interview for his company.
How about we do this? How about I interview you and I give you a job? Would
Sure.
you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Ooh, man, that's Florida. Sure, why not?
At first, he sounds like he'd be open to this.
Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Sure, why not?
How about you and I document this? After this, you come, I do an interview with you, and I give you a job. And let's see what you do 90 days later.
There's something off about his response that PBD does not like.
Okay, and I'll look up your company and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see it.
But you see what just happened
regardless,
right there? But
Mike,
watch what you just did.
Sure.
You just said you applied to 477 companies who's not gotten back to you.
Yeah.
If you've put in 477 applications, it seems like you would just say, finally, yes, I'll take it. And that does not look like what we're seeing here.
A business owner who's hiring aggressively just made an offer to you. You said you're willing to move. Then you said, I'll look at it. You became selective.
I didn't
You
say I look at it
contradicted
if you'd let
yourself.
me finish my sentence.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I would like to look into your company to see exactly what you guys do.
I'm sure that when you look into his company, you will find some reason to find it destructive or too harmful to engage in.
So as far as I'm concerned, I may be wasting my time going. If you guys are a finance company, if you guys are a bank or something like that, I don't have the certifications, I don't have the degrees.
So you're not even going to try. And that's what he's doing here. He's finding reasons to talk himself out of it.
So even interviewing me
But
would be a
what if
moot
I
point.
gave you a job, period, to work 80 hours a week? Would you take it? And I paid you a reasonable wage.
Are we talking a livable wage or a reasonable wage?
What do
and
you make
whose
right
version
now?
of reasonable are we
What do you
talking
make
about?
right
Your
now?
version of reasonable or my version of
But you
reasonable?
see, so now for me, what I'm noticing from you is
I need specifics?
no, not necessarily. No, most of the people I hired need specifics. The difference is I'm trying to hire them. In this instance, you're trying to get a job and you're being selective. It's going to work against you.
I mean, I'm not trying to get a job. Originally, I was
My
trying to
offer is
ask you
off
where
the
the
table.
moral felt.
My offer's off the table
Okay, that's
because
fine.
you're going to be difficult to work with.
Okay, sure.
I think PBD knew this going into this. He knew the chances of this guy actually falling through would be like 1%.
I said I need to look up your company. That's all I
you could have
said.
said is, I'm willing to have the interview.
And I
Right,
did.
You would have had the interview.
And I did.
No, you said it depends.
I said,
don't
yeah,
know.
sure.
Let me look.
Yeah,
Let me do
sure.
all
I
this
would
other
look
stuff.
into your company. That's all I said.
I appreciate you. Thank you, James.
Most human beings will always take the path of least resistance, like water trickling down. Most people will always do what is easier. And it is easier to be foolish than to be wise, which is exactly what we're seeing right here.